Hello everybody and welcome to week 2 of outdoor learning. We're on the trail of the Holy Grail. Now, we are going to use maps and atlases, plan some writing, identify things with electricity and look at conductors and insulators. Interesting. So, hello again from sunny Cornwall. It's time for the next instalment of our adventure in the search of the Holy Grail. The charming and handsome Indiana Bones II, archaeologist and historian, is following the trail of a young Arthur as he continues his journey through Cornwall. Where is he this week? Is he able to follow in the footsteps of young Arthur and his companion, Charles the Candlemaker? Let's find out, shall we?
Okay, hello, Indiana Bones II here, archaeologist and historian. Now, as you know, I'm on the trail of the Holy Grail and I'm trying to find young Arthur and his newfound companion, Charles the Candlemaker. Now, we're on our way to Truro, I think, because he's going to find Merlin the wizard to help him on his adventure. Now, I think this is the way he came. I can see footprints that might belong to a young Arthur and an older Candlemaker. Now I can see he came this way, I think, so I'm on the right track. So we're on our way to Truro, we are, you see, to try and follow the footsteps of young Arthur on his adventure. Now, I'm a very experienced archaeologist and historian, and I know these things, so the story follows on from here. He will, I think, meet up with Merlin in his cottage, and he will get a lot of help from Merlin to follow the trail of the Holy Grail. Now, the big question you're asking is, what is the Holy Grail? Well, I think I might know, but I'm not 100% sure, see? So we're going to follow the story and find out right at the end if Arthur finds the Holy Grail and meets up with Merlin. So, I'll see you soon, boys and girls. Ta-da!
Thank you very much, Indiana. Now, we know that Arthur and Charles set off from Tintagel and headed towards Truro. But what happened on the journey? Here they go, heading towards Truro. What I'd like you to do, first of all, before we find out a bit more about Cornwall, is to do some research. Can you use the internet or an atlas to research Cornwall? Maybe you can draw a map of the county and record some facts. Maybe you could put it all into a poster to encourage tourism to the area. There's a website there which may help you with pictures and facts. So pause the video and find out as much as you can about Cornwall, please. Good luck. So, on with the story. Arthur filled Charles in about his childhood. Charles was amazed and very excited, so they decided to leave at the dead of night and embark on their adventure. They both packed a bag secretly, then waited for the dead of night before silently creeping out of the castle. They carefully avoided the watchman and left Tintagel, not knowing what awaited them. They trudged through the countryside all night, following the coast on their right-hand side. By sunrise, they had managed to travel quite far. They had shared stories along the way, and even though they were exhausted, they were in good spirits. Their quest for adventure and the Holy Grail kept them going, and they knew that Merlin would be able to help them. They knew they were getting close to where Merlin was rumoured to live, so they kept going and going. By midday, they could see the town of Truro in the distance. Charles the Candlemaker shrieked in an excited voice, "There it is! We're nearly there! Hurry, Arthur!" They both walked faster down the steep hill into the town. They were out of breath, but desperate to find Merlin and ask him about the Holy Grail. Finally, they found the hidden cottage and approached cautiously. They peeked through the wooden window and were amazed at what they saw.
And what am I going to do today now? Let me see what's going on here. Don't really know what I'm going to put in there. But anyway, electricity. This it's an interesting topic, isn't it? Oh, something's bubbling away there. I don't quite know what's going on there. Hope it doesn't blow up. Keep an eye on it, Alfred, won't you? Now, electricity. I'm seem to believe there's two different types. There's one type that goes round in the current, and there's one type called static. Now, I'm going to see if I can do some experiments with electricity, because we're not quite sure what it is yet. So, I'm going to see if I can move this this tin here with my balloon, and without even touching it. What do you think? Do you think I can do it? I'm not sure. It's a little bit like magic. Now I'm going to create some static electricity by rubbing two objects together vigorously. This creates electrical charges. Now let's see what I can do. Can I move it? Can I move it? Can I move it? It's not quite working. Maybe my hair isn't long enough. Let's see. There, look at that. Look at that. Eureka!
Wow, Merlin's busy, isn't he? He was investigating static electricity. He thinks he can move the can with the balloon without touching it. What do you think caused that? Did you know that there are two types of electricity? Static electricity and current electricity. Static electricity is a build-up of electrical charge on an object. It is called static because the electrical charges don't move. A charge happens when two objects rub against each other. Can you make your hair stand on end with a static charge? Have you ever done that with a balloon? I can't. Current electricity moves in a circuit and needs to be powered by a battery or mains. So, there's some information for you guys. Over to you again, Merlin.
Right, well that was a bit of a success. I've learned all about static electricity. I keep getting caught up in my lab coat. Now, I'm going to look at current electricity next and see what happens there. Now, I need to create a circuit, I believe, from my investigations and my research, and I need a power supply. So I've got a battery here, and I've got some wires, and I'm going to see if I can use the electricity to make the bulb light up. Now, I need to attach them to both ends, so the electricity flows in a current in a circuit. Now you'll notice that it hasn't lit up now because there's a little bit of a gap, isn't there? Yes. So let's see if we can close the gap. And oh, goodness me, Alfred, we have electricity. We have light. Look at that, Alfred. What do you think of that, Alfred?
It's all right.
Just all right. It's magnificent. It's electricity. There's a whole new world for us with electricity. Now, that's just a simple circuit. But what if I wanted more than one light in my house? That electricity there flows in the circuit from beginning to end, just going through one circuit in a straight line. Now, I want another light, because we might want a light to go in the kitchen too, Alfred, don't you think?
Don't care.
That's fair enough, but let me see. I'm going to add another wire now, and Alfred, get that one here, and I'm going to see if I can create a circuit which is parallel. Oh, look at that! Look at that, Alfred! I have two lights lit up. Okay, and the electricity can flow in different ways. It can take, if that bulb doesn't work, that one still does. How good is that? I've created two different circuits. I've created a parallel circuit with more than one light bulb, and I've created another circuit, okay, in series. So this is just fabulous. I'm so excited, Alfred. Are you excited too?
No, what's for dinner?
Oh, Alfred, goodness me.
Well, Merlin has been busy. He's been investigating electrical circuits. Can you remember what they were called and how they worked? Pause the video and record what you know. Then draw both types of circuit. Okay, how did you get on? There was a series circuit with the one bulb and the battery and the two wires, and there was the parallel circuit. So have a good look at these pictures. Do they look something like what you did? If not, redo it and make sure you know what both circuits look like. So,
okay, Alfred, now we need things for electricity to flow through. I don't think it goes through everything. You see, that would be quite dangerous, actually, wouldn't it? So we need certain materials to allow electricity to flow through them. And I'm not really sure what materials to try, to be honest. Because I've heard, I was looking in a book and there was some different hard words. The word conductor came up a few times and the word insulator came up a few times. Do you know what they mean? Alfred, have you fallen asleep? Come on, this is exciting. It's not boring. Wake up. So I'm going to test some different materials to see if electricity flows through them. This could be quite useful when electricity takes off. So, let's see. I'm going to try a spoon. I use this for my yogurt. It's delicious. Okay, so I'm going to put a spoon down. What's it made out of? It's made of like metally silvery, isn't it? Now, if electricity goes through it, the bulb will light up. And if it doesn't go through it, the bulb won't light up. Oh gosh! Look, Alfred. The bulb's lit up. Electricity flows through this. I think we'll call that a conductor. Not a chap on a bus, a different conductor. But what about some wood? Wood might be handy. Let's see. Let's see if the light comes on wood. No. Wood doesn't work. So we'll call that an insulator. Let me see. What else? Keys. Yes, let's try some keys. I wonder what keys are made out of. Let's see. Oh yes, Alfred, look at that. Jolly good. It's lit up again. So keys are keys an insulator or a conductor? Does it conduct? Yes, conductor. What about a peg? Let's see. No. Insulator or conductor? Not sure. That's a conductor. That's an insulator. What about some cardboard? Let's see. No. Anyway, there's lots of things that let electricity go through them, and there's lots of things that don't let electricity go through them. I wonder if you can find out a bit more for me. I'm exhausted now, and it looks like there's someone at the door, and I have some visitors. So that's enough science for one day.
Well, Merlin. He concluded that some things let electricity pass through them, and some don't. Conductors. Some materials let electricity pass through them easily. These materials are known as electrical conductors. And then there's insulators. Some materials do not allow electricity to pass through them. These materials are known as electrical insulators. So have a look at my table. Maybe you could even recreate it at home. And can you predict which things are conductors and which things are insulators? So have a look at the items on the list. Do they conduct electricity or do they insulate? Fill that table in. Then, can you write a short conclusion for me? All things made of blank are conductors. I know this because... have a good go. Stop, pause the video and have a go at those two tasks. Good luck. So on with the story. Arthur and Charles watched in amazement as Merlin investigated with something he called electricity. He was so immersed in his science that he didn't notice his two visitors. When he did look up, he looked pleased and confused all at the same time. Merlin! Shrieked Arthur. Who are you? Said Merlin. Hi, Merlin, replied Arthur. This is Charles the candlemaker, and we need your help. As they settled down with a hot chocolate, Arthur told Merlin all about their adventure. Merlin was not pleased. Your father will be going crazy, he said. But Merlin, we need to do this. Please help us, replied Arthur. The Holy Grail is an elusive treasure, young man, one which cannot be found easily. My advice to you is to seek out the Lady of the Lake. She will be able to help you further, explained Merlin. Arthur and Charles the candlemaker thanked Merlin and continued on their journey. They now knew that they had to head to the village of St. Ives and seek out the huge lake that lay just on the outskirts. Merlin had told them that if this was truly their destiny, then a magical lady would appear from the lake and give them further instruction. Arthur and Charles the Candlemaker headed to St. Ives, feeling very excited, but also very nervous. Off they go to St. Ives. After almost 2 days of walking, Arthur and Charles were nearing St. Ives. The sun was shining, and in the distance they could see the bright blue sparkle of the lake. Their pace quickened as they felt they were getting nearer to the Holy Grail. They ran over the brow of the hill and headed towards the lake. It was massive, with an island poking out in the middle. They stood still, staring at the calm water. Nothing. They waited and waited and waited, but nothing. Then, just as the sun was setting, the second part of the story ended. Ha ha! I'm so sorry to keep you in suspense, but what do you think happened next? Stop the video and have a think. Write down a quick prediction. Go for it. So, that's my part of the book done for this week. Now it's your turn. I've taken my characters on an adventure. They have met a third rather interesting character and have continued their journey to a different location. I've also used quite a lot of adjectives, I think. So now it's your turn to do some planning and writing. By next week, I want you to plan the next part of your story and write it in paragraphs just like mine. So think, how do Arthur and Charles escape the castle? What is their journey like to Truro? Can they describe their meeting with Merlin? What does he tell them to do? Where do they travel to next? And what happens at the end? I've included another planning sheet for you to have a look at some of my ideas. So you can use this to help you plan, add some key vocabulary, and really think about how your story is going to develop. So, you have my story idea, and you have a planning grid to help you. Now it's your turn. By next week, you'll need to plan your writing in the grid, then write the second part of your story, just up to the part where they're waiting at the lake for something to happen. Spend time thinking of some good ideas and write them down in your plan. Then when you are ready, write the second part of your story. Good luck, guys, and I will see you all next week.